to share some bizarre moments with you in this video that, if they hadn't been captured on camera, no one would have believed. Oceans, rivers, forests, deserts, there's no place safe from weird creatures. Only because of the use of trail cameras, we are able to observe what was enigmatic and fascinating. Bring some popcorn, because these videos will give you shivers down your spine. So, get ready for an exhilarating ride on the roller coaster. Are you prepared now? Well, let's get started. The zombie fish. When a man pours water on a fish that appears to be completely dead and bone dry with no indications of life, it suddenly comes back to life. Just a little moisture and it's back at it. Or was it ever truly dead? Well, it appears quite strange when you view it. This is actually a plico, which is a sucker-mouth catfish with the unique ability to easily survive up to 20 hours without dying out of the water. So even though they appear dried out and scaly, they're still alive and simply need to be returned to the water. A galloping crocodile. Videos like this one appear just as I was beginning to believe that nature could no longer surprise me, leaving me to wonder what else I may have missed and how this video compares to others. People used to believe they could outrun crocodiles because they were known for being strong, but sluggish at least. But evidently, this is no longer true, because crocodiles have learned to gallop and hop like dogs, which has made them faster and stronger. So, beware, people. Alligator escorted by 3 cranes. This alligator's bodyguard flamingos are moving quickly, so we must be headed to a fun party. It's uncommon for us to witness friendships like this, but it's important to remember that true friendship knows no bounds. Considering how often my pals abandon me, I'm thinking the alligator is pretty fortunate. Eyeless sea creature. We all know there are weird things in the ocean, but this might be one of the strangest and most terrifying. This fish was caught by a person, and it's safe to say they really didn't expect to see such a hideous creature when they went out to fish. It's unlike any animal anyone's ever seen. In addition to having no eyes, it also has sharp, needle-like teeth that protrude from its jaw. Apparently, a species similar to this was captured in Australia. I guess you can expect that in Australia. I mean, they've got the deadliest snakes to the largest spiders. Simply put, the creature appears nothing short of an alien from a horror movie. The creature has an odd head and teeth, and some have speculated that it could be a type of goby, which are common in the rivers and coastal waters of the Indo-Pacific region from India to Papua New Guinea. These fish are particularly difficult to spot since they've got some tiny eyes, but some individuals have also made absurd assumptions ranging from unsuccessful scientific studies to alien fish. What would you think if you ever saw this in real life? I know I'd never poke it repeatedly like this guy did, because I know with my luck it'd bite me and then refuse to let go. Instead, I think I'll just let it go back to the water before it starts summoning help. Ghostfish. This diver encountered the ghostfish while scuba diving in Malsoforn Bay in Malta. And as we can see, not even the eyes are prominent, like it's just made to be hidden from everyone and everything. This fish is called the ghostfish, and it is completely transparent. Like if you were to swim by it in a hurry or something, there's no way you would notice it. The organs, the brain, the bones, everything in there is completely and totally transparent. Vampire doll. There are some people who enjoy horror films and other frightful things. In fact, some people voluntarily collect haunted dolls. This particular doll is perhaps one of the creepiest because of its horrible and frightful characteristics, which make it resemble a genuine infant. It is even known in some circles as the Devil's Doll. Aside from the puppet's terrifying face, which also has tiny fangs, it appears to be alive because its eyes followed the camera while it was being filmed. And given that the puppet was sitting on top of a tombstone while being filmed, I mean, come on, who wouldn't be horrified by this? Thousands of people were terrified when this video first appeared on the internet. And I'm sure you can buy one of these offline, but be careful not to buy a haunted one because they might come with a free spirit. The good news is that this vampire doll is just a doll and not actually alive. And those moving eyes have gotta be one of its best-selling features. Flying COLUGO. This strange-looking animal you're watching now is called a COLUGO, and if they hadn't been captured on camera, I'm sure it would have continued to exist as a terrifying, mythical creature. I mean, look at the thing! It's clingy, huge, loud, and it's got webbed hands and legs! There's not a single thing about this thing that I find cute. The one in this video had a distinctive pattern and clung to this man's bulldozer. A bear chasing the skier. What would you do if a bear was chasing you? You'd probably freak out. But in this video, ski instructor Adrian Stoica documents the incident at PTEROSAUR Ski Resort in Romania's Transylvanian mountains on a Thursday morning, as he was getting ready for his morning class. The 50-year-old instructor was inspecting the ski slope conditions before leading his students in a skiing lesson, when he encountered a bear. The most important thing in that case, according to him, is remaining calm and relaxed. Could you keep a calm head in such a situation? Please do share your views with us. We'd love to hear from you. The bear tracked him down for a time before it finally grew tired and quit. Birdfall in Mexico. A security camera in northern Mexico captured a strange moment when hundreds of birds dropped from the sky and perished there. These were yellow-headed blackbirds that were flying south, and while some of them recovered from the fall, a large number of them just did not and could not move. While it appears that the birds fell freely, zookeepers in the area said that they were actually fleeing from a predator. The true cause of this mass death is still a mystery. PTEROSAUR. This one seems perfect to be on our list. After all, would you have believed me if I told you there was a pterosaur lurking in the skies? Fossilized pterosaurs are well known thanks to movies. They were the best flying creatures ever, but regrettably, we no longer get to see them most of the time. Still, some people claim to have seen it. Unfortunately, they also recorded it on camera. What do you think about this footage? It appears to be in midair like a huge centipede and is almost appearing to be moving in the fog. Since this video was taken from a location where the fog had less of an impact, it can be really seen perfectly disguised within that thick fog. This footage was taken in June 2020 after a French resident noticed an odd-looking object in the sky. Please share your thoughts about this video in our comment section. A paranormal creature riding a horse. This video gives off a paranormal vibe that will make you jump out of your skin as we watch this horse galloping through the fog. At first glance, it appears as though an extraterrestrial is leading them into oblivion, but it seems like this video is going to be a nightmare for many of you. Such clips are the reason you regret watching such creepy and spine-chilling videos. A scary encounter. Somewhere on a beach in China, a man came across this strange sponge-like creature. Thinking it was dead or possibly not alive at all, he went to it and grabbed it with his bare hands. However, the creature wasn't dead at all, and that's when we saw it move its hands and legs, or whatever you want to call those, in a peculiar way. Could this be some kind of mutated starfish? Let us know what you think in the comments. Human-faced fish. A fish with a human face. It's possible that the video's real, but it's also possible that it's simply a carp, and the particular camera angle at its scales has given it the appearance that it's human with a human-like face. The video went viral in November 2019, and people are still confused by its presence. I don't know. Personally, I'm thinking it's a carp with some strange genetic mutation. A tree face. Look closely at this amazing tree, and you'll see that its leaves are unique in that they resemble the figure of a stunning woman. This tree is cut into the shape of a woman, and when the right lighting is shown upon it, it reveals this image. While this art may not be naturally occurring, it is unquestionably unique and quite amazing. strange figure in the sky. What would you do if you were simply trying to take in the sights when you suddenly notice this bizarre creature gently descending from the sky? According to the man who recorded the video, the strange figure appeared to be a man gliding through the sky before slowly descending to an unknown location in California. If you look at the clip, it's not really surprising that the man would think that he saw someone descending from high in the sky, because that silhouette really looks like it belongs to a person standing upright. What do you think this one is? Could this be God himself, an alien, or just an airplane mistaken for another entity? The man testified that it couldn't be a balloon or a drone, as he lives near to an airport where these types of flying items are strictly not allowed. Skier outruns massive avalanche. Snowboarding is an exhilarating sport that provides an adrenaline rush that most other sports lack. But what makes it particularly compelling is snowboarding in order to avoid an avalanche. Yeah, you heard that right. Avalanche. A skier manages to outrun an avalanche in this video, despite it being one of the planet's most severe, unfavorable conditions. It was captured on camera at North Cascades National Park in the U.S. state of Washington, where Nick McNutt was looking for steep drops to launch his skis off of in order to push the limits of his equipment. Nobody would have believed the incident if it hadn't been captured on camera. Suddenly, a section of snow fell, starting the avalanche, leaving him with no choice but to maneuver his way out of the situation. Fortunately, he was able to outrun the avalanche and cruise himself to safety. Snake climbing a tree. When this video was uploaded to the internet in 2017, some people assumed the snake was performing a pole dance, while others said that the snake was being underappreciated for his intelligence and might be out to capture some monkeys, or perhaps to simply eat some birds' eggs. We are unsure because whoever took the video didn't try to record it in its entirety. Remember, folks, keep those cameras rolling. Anaconda crossing the road. When people saw a large anaconda trying to cross the road in the middle of the day in the presence of many humans, they got out of their cars and tried to stop the oncoming vehicles to let the reptiles slither wherever they wanted to. This incident occurred in Brazil in 2019, and the snake wasn't something you would get to see every day trying to cross the road. It was a 4-meter-long one and had to weigh somewhere around 66 pounds. India may be known for its culture and colors, but most people are unaware that it is also home to some strange and bizarre phenomena. For example, in this clip, we see a man with a large backpack who empties a bag and discovers hundreds of snakes inside. Now, he caught and sorted all of them with just his bare hands, and there were no worries or negative feedback whatsoever. It's also said that the man was actually freeing the snakes from captivity. Bleeding tree. This wounded tree is one that's native to South Africa and is known as the dragon blood tree, or Sakota dragon tree. People are becoming more and more fascinated with these trees because they seem to bleed when you cut them. But until they actually come across one, most people think they are fantastical objects that only exist in stories. This might be nature's way of telling us to knock off cutting the trees. A sea monster. It's true that moray eels look quite deadly and ominous. Now, if I ever came across one, I think it would be best to just keep myself away from it. However, there are other scary-looking critters that are more appropriate. This creature the diver encountered was all about cuddling and snuggles. It didn't mind people paddling and scratching it, and it didn't appear to be trying to flee or attack. Instead, it kind of resembled an ocean puppy rather than a terrifying, nasty monster. Snail eating carrots. Alright, so when it comes to food, snails are already pretty strange and slimy creatures that prefer fresh leaves, stems, and other such items for lunch and dinner. However, recently, they've developed quite a taste for vegetables. For example, take a look at this snail that is so enamored with a carrot that he won't let go of it. Am I weird because I find this endearing? Maybe it's just me. walking fishes. This clip was shared online on May 29th, 2016, shocking people all over the world. When people first saw these fish strolling on land, they were in awe. Now, we don't know how they got to the shore, and we don't know how they managed to walk back into the sea without getting hurt. But the day when these fishes control the land and we humans have nowhere to go is not that far off if this trend continues. Now, this is merely an odd phenomena that calls for careful examination and a justification to be made public. Alligator playing golf? What was the giant alligator thinking when it first approached the golf course, stole the ball, and then had the audacity to simply leave it there in its open mouth with the ball exposed? What was it thinking? That someone was going to approach to retrieve the ball and it would just get some lunch? What are these animals even thinking doing things like that? Although, to be fair, I'm sure there's at least one golfer out there who probably would have tried to tee up. Bear messing with chickens. A black bear was captured on camera in this homeowner's backyard. When he decided it was safe to proceed with his plan to rob and interfere with the chicken coop, he first began by scanning the area to see if anyone was on the property. He approached the wooden coop gently, smelled about, and attempted to open it. As soon as he realized he couldn't open it calmly, he raised up on his hind legs to see if there was an opening. He started to forcefully open it, and the black bear began biting and clawing at the wood, eventually chipping some of it. He appears to be in serious need of a snack. Now, luckily, the homeowner was able to scare the bear away safely from the security of her own house, thanks to the camera's integrated alarm system. The loud noise startled the bear, who instantly fled, giving up on his objective to find some late-night munchies. Lightning strikes a tree at high school. According to school officials, the incident happened at around 8:25 a.m. on a Thursday, as the 9th and 10th grade students were preparing to take the ACT Aspire test. Students at Wautoma High School in Wautoma, Wisconsin, witnessed what will likely go down as the most shocking day of their lives, when a tree on their campus was struck by lightning, quickly setting it on fire and destroying it within seconds. The security camera outside the school captured the moment. Now, the strike caused no injuries and no damage to the school property itself, and the National Weather Service of the United States additionally shared the video on their social media platforms, advising people to always go indoors whenever thunder strikes. Draco lizards. Call it the flying dragon or the Draco lizard. Besides the Komodo, this is the only actual real dragon that you'll see in your life. But don't be deceived by its diminutive size. Despite their size, scientists claim that they have the ability to fly like a genuine dragon. These Draco lizards evolved the ability to fly thousands of years ago, eliminating the need for the Earth. To find partners, food, and safety from predators, they fly from tree to tree. It'll undoubtedly be my all-time favorite reptile for a very long time. Penguin Poop Fest. Alright, after watching this clip, I'm sure you'll agree that penguins are peculiar animals, to put it kindly. The non-flying, fluffy, charming birds excel at more than just romantic strolls. Another activity they enjoy doing is pooping, and they don't just do it as usual. Instead, they actually enjoy a poop festival. Every single one of them enjoys doing it, not just one or two. They do it frequently enough that even astronauts can see it from space. Alright, so maybe that last video was a little cringe, but hey, don't worry, we'll be back with more fascinating and cool videos that are gonna make you feel excited. To get updates about our latest content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.